Hey guys, Glenn here. Welcome to a new week. This week here is all about staying on track and keeping going. Over the last week, I've had a few questions and comments about lacking a little bit of motivation. So I'm going to bust that for you, okay? So watch the next video, enjoy, let me know what you think. Alright, enjoy. We're going to be covering motivation and the motivation myth. Okay, why I think motivation and relying on motivation is bullshit and it's not going to get you results long term. If we are always relying on motivation, we're going to burn out. Motivation is something that we're looking for externally to us. It doesn't come from within. Okay, it's something that we're searching for to be pushed towards something. We need that motivation. Sometimes to be able to, push that little bit extra, and that's fine. Motivation can work, but only for a short amount of time. It cannot be sustainable. It cannot be for a long period of time. What we need to look at is inspiration. We need to look to be inspired to do things, to feel that pull from within rather than that push from external. So if we can look at the difference between motivation and inspiration, it makes such a huge difference to continuing on your journey, to continue moving along, getting results, and continue growing. And that's the big thing. To continue growing, we need to keep pushing, but we need to be inspired to be able to do that. Motivation will drop off. Motivation will die. That's why people are always looking for the next fix, their next program, their next diet, the next magic pill. They want to be motivated from that external factor. If we are inspired to do something, we don't have to be asked to do it. We don't have to be pushed to do it. We just do it. So there's a massive difference between motivation and inspiration. So this week, I want you to focus on what things inspire you. What things get you out of bed without you even having to set an alarm, without you even having to roll out of bed and say, shit, I don't want to get up today. What are those things that inspire you deep down from within? If you can't find anything right now, that is completely fine. Look back in your life to moments where you felt super inspired. Look at those moments, picture them in your mind, go back to that specific moment, and look around you. What was happening? What was around you? What did it sound like? What did it look like? What did it smell like? Who was around you? What exactly was happening in that moment? If you can pinpoint those areas in your mind and take note of them to find out exactly what inspired you in that moment, you might find those areas that inspire you still in your life now, but you're not taking notice of them. And that's the big thing. We need to be aware. We need to look at what inspires us, what gets us out of bed without any questions. Jump out of bed, okay? So, for example, I remember when I was young and we would go on road trips as family. I would not be able to sleep the night before. I would be up every hour looking at the time, thinking, oh, is it time to get up yet? Can we go? Can we go? Can we go? And then when it came time to get up, no one had to wake me up. No one, had to drag me out of bed. I didn't have to be pulled out of bed or pushed out of bed, okay? I got up because I loved that, okay? And I still love that. Whenever we're going on a holiday anywhere, I'm excited. You know, I light up. I can't sleep. I get up before the alarm, even if it's at 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay? It's been done before. So I'm sure you've all been in similar situations where, you know, you may have been catching up with a friend that you haven't seen for a long time that, you know, you really missed. Or a family member. Or anything like that. Take note. Measure it. Write it down. Okay? This week as well, you're going to get a copy of a journal. Now, this journal is going to cover those things that inspire you, those things that you absolutely love, and put them on paper. It's all good up in the head, but if you can actually put them on paper and see, okay, yeah, that, they really damn inspire me. Why aren't I doing more of that? So most people that feel a bit lost, you know, a bit confused in life at any stage, it's generally because we're not doing what we love. We're letting outside influences come in. We're letting the outside, you know, things come into our life, and we're not focusing on what we actually love to do, what lights us up. Okay, so this week is all about finding your inspiration, your why. Your why do you get the hell out of bed? Why do you get up and feel energized? And exactly what those things are. Okay, so that my little challenge for you this week is to go through the journal, answer the questions, be honest with yourself, don't slack off. Okay, even if you think it's meaningless or pointless, I can guarantee if you're consistent with it, it won't be. As uncomfortable as it may feel, push through that uncomfort. Okay, it's like the caterpillar. Okay, so the story of the caterpillar. Once they cocoon themselves, they go into a cocoon, they get all uncomfortable in their cocoon. Okay, and as they're growing in their cocoon, things are getting tighter, things are getting more uncomfortable, things are getting more stressful on the body of the caterpillar. Things are changing, things are growing within that moment. Okay, and then eventually, once the stress builds up enough, once the pressure builds up enough, it starts to break free. It starts to break through those barriers, holding it into that cocoon. It starts to crack through. It starts to push through those barriers. Okay? And that's what you can do too. We can be like a butterfly. Okay? We can break through barriers. There might be some blockages there. Cool. Work out what they are. Break through them. Okay? We all have blockages. We all have insecurities. We all have things that hold us back. Myself included. It's about putting yourself in that uncomfortable position, putting yourself in that stress to be able to push through. Imagine the stress that caterpillar's in when it goes into that cocoon and it's growing inside this tight little thing. Imagine that stress. Imagine the stress just before it breaks free. Imagine how much pressure is on there. Okay? Sometimes we have to put pressure on ourselves to be able to grow. So if you're struggling with any of this content, if it feels uncomfortable, if it feels awkward to answer questions that I'm asking, good. Okay? Ask yourself why it's making you uncomfortable. Ask yourself why it's putting you under stress. There's always a reason. So move forward with that. Let me know if you have any questions. Please reach out as well. If you're having difficulty with any of this content, please let me know. If you're having any tech issues as well, please let me know. But the main thing is, as long as you're putting in the work, okay, you will get the results. I'm here to help inspire you from within so that you don't have to be asked to do the work. Okay? I can create inspiration within you. You have to feel that inspiration though. Okay? That's it for this week, guys. Please let me know how you go, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Alright, bye for now.